Hello, welcome back to the Flurry Sports Podcast. We are live after numerous times trying to go live. So just so you know, we've essentially filmed 4 or 5 podcasts at this point. Everything extremely gold. So from here on out, it's going to be smooth sailing because it's essentially scripted. I am Zach Bruner. Jake, how are you doing? It's Super Bowl week. This is like the biggest holiday week for football fans ever. So how you doing? How you feeling? Are you excited? Because this is the most anticipated Super Bowl matchup ever. Everyone supposedly hates it. Everyone's saying it is. Nobody wants this Super Bowl. And if you remember, we were saying, and I still stand by it, this is the best matchup for everybody. But how are you feeling about it all?
I'm feeling good. Yeah, I'm weirded out that we're almost talking about this Super Bowl in a boy, it better be good territory. Like, I don't think the Super Bowl is ever bad, but there are matchups where it's like, if the game is competitive, it will be great. And if not, it'll be meh. I am surprised. I feel like everyone was like, 49ers are a big deal. 49ers are a big deal. And we got to this week and like, suddenly nobody cares about the 49ers. I think if I had to guess, for some reason, until now, it didn't feel inevitable. And now, like, the inevitability of the Chiefs, along with them being the ones we're cheering for, is weirding people out. I think we're getting a little pushback on that. I also think the Pro Bowl did not help the excitement. No. And we'll ramp it back up. So I don't know if today is the day to like be like, we're a little down on the Super Bowl, but I think it'll be good. Hey, you know who is pumped? All the fucking commercials who keep giving me teaser commercials for their commercials. It's crazy. So Uber Eats, State Farm, the Beckhams have one. Arnold's in one of them. The guy from Schitt's Creek is in a different one. It's David. We're in a weird territory of like, why are the commercials getting more hype than Trent Williams?
I mean, fair. And just to touch on the Super Bowl matchup thing again, like people are treating this like the Suns-Bucks NBA championship, where everyone's like, it's a small market, nobody cares. But truly, the whole season, it's like, okay, we have a clear best team in the NFC.
Yeah.
And then the Chiefs are the Chiefs. Like, it's 2 Goliaths. Let's build it up. But the whole Super Bowl commercial thing, like, this is something, I talked about in business school, I suppose, a bunch as well. Like, how effective are Super Bowl commercials according to how much fucking money they're spending on 30 seconds? I don't understand it. And then now, like you said, there's teaser commercials. So it's like, one, they better hit, because I feel like Super Bowl commercials have been pretty lame for the most part, like the past 5 years at least. And then 2, that's another ad spot that they paid for, so it better be effective. But I don't remember a Super Bowl commercial where I'm like, one, I don't remember one where it's made me aware of a brand. 2, I don't remember one where it's made me want anything from that brand. Like, it's always weird stuff that I already have. It's always the biggest ones that everybody already has.
Yeah, I think the closest I've ever gotten is the E-Trade, baby.
Okay, it made you just like, you need E-Trade?
No, awareness of like, okay. Yeah, it's like, oh, that's like the e-commerce trading thing, So that I somewhat get. Or like, remember when, this kind of dates bad now, but remember when crypto did the QR code?
That was fun. Again, though, I don't think that made anybody like, I don't think it was effective. Do you remember the most effective one kind of is that Tide commercial that we didn't know was a commercial?
The Tide, I've said this on the show before and I'll say it again. That was the best Super Bowl I've ever watched. 100%. It was so good. Looking back,
on edge.
Looking back, the only thing they didn't do is one of them should have been them going back to the game. I know that would have been like a lot to film, but I wanted to go back, and then Richard Sherman was the dad from Stranger Things. Like, it's like, no, right. Still a Tide commercial. And they hit that because then the year after they did one again. And it was like, like they did one callback exactly. Um, I agree because ever since then, I do feel like I was like, I mean, Tide's pretty cool. It changed my perception on a brand.
For sure. For
That'd
sure.
be the only thing I would say is like of the like ubiquitous brands, I will say it changes my opinion on which light beer to get.
No, you're a hams guy. The hams doesn't have enough money for a fucking Super Bowl
Well,
commercial.
I'm a hams guy because I can't be bought and the poor got to stick together. But if I need to buy, if I need to buy the people's beer, I don't know. The Bud Night was a good bit. I kind of liked it.
I will say last year was actually a commercial that made me more aware of an aspect of a brand that Nicolay Law, that lawyer who's everywhere on every billboard, like he showed up and we're like, oh, he's an actual person. That's about it. But that made me at least aware of him. Luke in the chat likes the avocados from Mexico, does not like the E-Trade baby for those keeping track at home. And Luke likes or says the Budweiser Clydesdales are shit. And I agree recently for sure. Like the last 5 years have been bad. I don't think they did one last year. I think people were upset they didn't even do one.
Yeah. And like they're always a bummer. Like that's kind of
True.
their thing, which is weird.
Yeah. Let's make people sad so they want to drink more beer.
Yeah.
That's a good mix.
It's true. And it's like every car company has one. Every insurance company has one. I will say we gotta get I hope State Farm, they're like teasing one, I think, with okay, what is Jake? Yeah, it's Jake from State Farm. I should know that out of anybody. But like they gotta do one with Andy Reid from the sideline, right? Like I need a very involved Chiefs ad since they're
probably.
there.
Probably people are wondering if there's going to be a Taylor Swift one with Travis. I don't know.
It will be that part will be interesting, but I will say, yeah, maybe for me, oh my God, do I want to get this controversial this early? Because this was not a well-received take at the Osmond household this weekend.
Bring it on. We're a welcoming audience here. Me and Luke will let you know how great this take is.
Someone said, well, I don't know if I'm as excited about the Super Bowl this year. And I was like, well, you're not that into football, so it probably doesn't help that the halftime show sucks. And I got a lot of heat.
Okay. I think that's fine. I'm not an Usher guy. I don't care.
Well, I like some of Usher's songs. I'm out on like, how good was Yeah? Every time Yeah comes on, I think it's low. That's Yeah's legacy to me.
I will be excited if both Ludacris and Lil Jon are there. That's great. But I feel the exact same about, and Luke does not like your take. I feel the exact same about Usher as I feel about Rihanna. And they're both like there. I don't give a fuck about Rihanna. I don't give a fuck about Usher. They both have some hits. I don't dislike either, but they are like in that early 2000s playlist for me where it's like, okay, I hope Kanye comes out next. Like that's kind of where I'm at.
The whole thing has been one, I'm out on Kanye, but two,
that's a bolder take. You can't be out on Kanye.
That's
Everyone's
not a bolder.
in.
Hey man, I will not talk about Kanye anymore. You can have whatever take you want on Kanye. There's other folks I'd rather see. Give me a Creed halftime first.
Of course. But you cannot say you would not like to see a Kanye halftime.
Could they cut his mic in between songs?
Something's going to happen. Plus, everything he does is phenomenal live. Like, it's going to be a show. It's not going to be like The Weeknd getting fucking lost in a room full of beers. Who cares? That was dumb. And I can't imagine sitting there at the not like, fuck those people who buy tickets to the Super Bowl anyway. But like they're watching from the top down of The Weeknd, just running in a circle and kind of singing. It was bad. It was not good.
I'm on take. You can look it back. It redeemed itself because I was so into Blinding Lights at the time that I was like, bring it on. But I don't know. Yeah. I by the way, I've said before that I think Kanye would be great. I just think there's others I'd like to see at this time. Oh my God. You know who I was saying the other day? Give me a Shania Twain halftime show.
It hit. It'd be great.
Be so
She
good.
just released a new song.
Ever since
if you
Dolly
haven't
did
heard
that
it.
one, I was like, do I want like a country halftime show? That'd be kind of fun.
There's very few people who I would accept for a country halftime show. Toby Keith would tear the fucking house down. Everybody would love Toby Keith.
Gotta stop
you can't
it.
say they
You
wouldn't.
gotta stop it. You can't.
Everybody likes him, Jake.
It's not.
Everyone would be singing along to Red Solo Cup. Everybody would love that. You can't say they wouldn't.
I don't know. I'd take him as a guest of like Willie.
No, not great.
I don't
Lonzo
know.
Ball
I'm still.
It would be something for sure.
I would take a full on Eminem halftime show.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Killers. You know,
maybe.
What do you mean? Maybe
the British don't think we even like Mr. Brightside. That kind of turned me off from the Killers because Brendan Flowers should have stepped up and said something like "fuck you, British" or British, Great Britain. I always do that. I hate them. And by the way, their fucking leader has cancer now. Oh, surprise! That's crazy. Can we be done with the royal family bullshit? How many of them do we need to kill to just like we're good, right?
Well, first
or
off,
are we going to make the pedophile the new leader?
You said their leader has cancer, and I went, their prime minister has cancer.
They don't even have a prime minister. That's not true. I don't think that's real.
I don't bring God. I'm too much of a wrestling fan because Luke said bring NWA back together for a halftime show, and I was like, "Do you think Ric Flair would do it?" It's like 80s. I don't know. You are on one tonight, and I like that. You know, and
well, you're wrong though. Like,
stop it! You can't yell that at me. You're wrong though. What do you mean?
Yes. You know what? Now I'm on the family side saying your Usher take was bad, even though I don't like Usher.
I just think every promo is like choirs and kids humming. Yeah, like it's like
I haven't seen any of the
promos. They're all about that's the promo is you like this song, don't you? Which I kind of do, but I don't know. You know what I would love? Can we get a one-hit wonder Super Bowl where it's like the halftime show is like
all of them
are one-hit wonders. We open with Gautier, we end with Macarena.
Gautier hasn't had enough time to make another banger. They're not a one-hit wonder. Let's just wait, okay? Let's stop labeling Gautier and putting him in a box.
That's so funny. That's also, by the way, how I feel about The Darkness. I believe in a thing called love. You can't tell me they're not going to have another one. But I would, it's like, but if they do that, I want it to be a total surprise. Like, I want us to get so hyped, like, great. Is it going to be Beyonce? Is it going to be Taylor? And then
they should do
the first thing you hear is, my milkshake brings all the boys to the yard. And we're like, what the hell? And then it goes from that to, and we end with closing time. It's perfect.
That'd be great. I mean, they're for sure not a one-hit. What's
the benefit? Semisonic's a one-hit wonder.
No, they're not. What's the benefit of like hyping up a one halftime show person for months? Like, I think it would be better if it was a surprise, regardless if it's the one hit wonder or if it's like the biggest star ever. I think that's
such
better.
A good point. Yeah, I think there's intrigue there no matter what at this point. Yeah, I like that. I think it's good. I want commercials with like hints, like it's the Masked Singer.
They should do that next year. Does Fox have the Super Bowl next year? Because it should be a Masked Singer thing for sure. Like leading up.
That's good.
NFC Championship has like a clue. We got the wild card weekend. You're just looking for clues the whole time. That'd be great. Pater says, I'm not ever watching a halftime show unless it involves live guitars and drums. I'd be down with like a full drum line. That'd be cool.
That'd be really good. Phil Collins is like done playing live music, so it'd be cool if they could give him like a send-off Super Bowl. I mean, eventually,
I don't think he can play live. I don't think he can play anymore. I think he's pretty sick.
He could get one in.
Okay.
I'm not trying to be aggressive. I think he could do it.
Okay.
I think, you know who I want to see? Foo Fighters, but I don't know if they do it after the passing. But it'd be cool. I just don't know if they do it when they're not. You know, if they didn't do it when they were full strength, I don't know if they would now. But
well, the whole thing is that they have to pay, and you know, you have to have something to promote essentially. Like that's why
Yeah.
Taylor Swift's never doing it, because one, why would she pay? She's already the biggest star. Two, like she doesn't need the Super Bowl to promote anything. Usher, on the other hand, is like, hey, I'm still around and I'm gonna drop a new album. So like that makes sense. That's why he's
I think
doing
it's
it.
good. One hit wonders, all of that publicity, and they can pool their money together. I think
Make an album. Like, boy, now that's what I call one hit wonders.
I don't know. You tell me if it was a surprise, and then all of a sudden you heard not a one hit wonder, not a one hit wonder. Let me just be clear. But it's like it was a surprise, and then you just heard YMCA start playing. Da 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 da, and it's like it's the Village People. Like, that'd be really awesome.
It'd be surprising for sure.
It'd be surprising, and it'd be a quick halftime show. Give me YMCA, give me Macho Man, give me I'm in the Navy, and then give me YMCA again, and we're out.
One more time for the people who missed the first one. Yeah, that'd be
Bookend it. Everyone's dressed like Macho Man.
Randy Savage or like one of the Village People.
Okay. No, I think like Randy Savage. Okay. I think there's possibility there, but I don't know. Okay, real pick. You have to pick one person to do a halftime show in the future. Who do you pick?
Ooh, I had an answer a couple of weeks ago. Can't remember it. I've always said Foo Fighters. But I mean, you and I both love John Bellion. I feel like he'd put together a banger show. Definitely not for everybody, but you know.
No, but he'd have a lot of collabs that people would know.
For sure.
I think, you know what? I'm going to go an unconventional one because I don't think folks remember. I would love a Train halftime show. I think Train's got a lot of
hate that you said. She despises Train. And I play them all
really?
the time. She hates them.
Well,
hates them.
The shark underwater.
I got another answer. I want Red Hot Chili Peppers because I want to see fucking Flea in front of a Super Bowl audience.
Yeah.
Do something crazy.
Yeah, my real answer, I would love like to throw a country one out there. Garth Brooks would put on a fucking great halftime show.
He's too weird for me. Can't do it.
Yeah, but he's just put on a show, dude. I would like Shania too, but the last time I saw her, she was a redhead, and like I don't know what's going on. But speaking of singers, Zach, it wasn't just football news this weekend. In fact, there was something else going on. The Grammys,
really?
Prime Motley Crue. Now Luke's doing time travel. Sorry. Shout out to the chat. My eyes just like darted over, and Luke's picking dead people. And by the way, out of all the folks who aren't fans anymore, he went Prime Motley Crue, not Freddie Mercury, not Elvis.
Prime Motley Crue would put on a show, though.
They would put on a show. If I could bring back one person from the dead, give me DMX in the Super Bowl.
It would be wild. Yeah,
it'd be pretty great. He's going to give it to you. But Zach, this weekend, a lot of news from the Grammys. Did you hear anything?
I heard Tracy Chapman, or whatever her name is, played for the first time in X years, and she decided to play with Luke Combs. Supposedly he covered her song. That's all I know.
Correct.
That's it.
That is correct. Well, Zach, I watched it. Claire's a big fan, so we watched it together. The big news out of it is Taylor dropped a new album that's coming out in April. So announced that.
So she didn't drop it. Oh,
she dropped hints of dropping an album. Yeah. So a lot of things happen. I will say
now we know why she's doing this Travis Kelce charade.
I know.
Continue.
I know. It was charade. It's an underused word. But Zach, a lot of fun things happen. So I have a game for you. I have a list of quotes here.
Okay.
And you are going to tell me, is this something that was really said last night? Or is it something Claire and I made up?
Okay. Okay. Is this going to make me mad or no?
Well, one of them will make you mad. But I think most of them are kind of funny. I actually like some of the things. So, okay. You ready? And if they are real, I will tell you who said them afterwards.
Perfect.
All right. So first one. Shout out to Kid Cudi. You're a real one.
I mean, I said that the other day. Were you quoting me? I hope that's real. Shout out.
Zach, you almost had it. That's not real. That's a quote from you from our last show.
Oh, really? Okay. That's very good. I mean, I believe it. Yeah. What was I saying it to? Did I say
I brought up Kid Cudi. I was like, erase me as a bop, and you said shout out to Kid Cudi. He's a real one.
He is a real one. I love Kid Cudi.
Okay. Next
That's
one.
very funny. Okay.
Good. We're off the start. First one's quoting you. Didn't know that was on the table. All right, ready? And you know what, TikTok? Shame on you. Shame on you for ripping off all of these artists. Yeah, shame on you. How dare you do that? That's Spotify's job.
Pretty good. I'm gonna go. It's real. Isn't there something weird with Universal and TikTok right now with music? So maybe tied to
they
that.
did just pull their music. It is real. That's a quote from the host, Trevor Noah.
Oh, he hosted. Thank God. I
He's been
hate
hosting
that guy.
4 in a row. I know you don't like him. You don't like him. Okay.
Shout out Jon Stewart. Thank you for saving us. Coming back.
Next one here. We're here with all of the top celebrities not on Epstein's list.
You and Claire.
Also Trevor Noah. From the opening monologue. He came out swinging, I will say. So there's some good stuff there. All right, how about this one, Zach? My mom always doubted me, but she's always wrong.
Okay. Oh, for real?
That's fake. I've got you in a washing machine. I've got you in a cycle.
You do. You got me all flustered right now. Okay. Refocus. Here we go.
Refocus. You got 2 right so far. Okay. Some of you are going to go home tonight and feel like you've been robbed. Some of you may get robbed. Some of you don't belong in the category.
Was that another Trevor Noah one?
It is real, so that's all you need to know. It's by Jay-Z.
Okay. He was presenting the category or something?
He's accepting an award.
Oh, he's just saying like some of you do not belong on the stage with me. That's good.
It was like preamble. He was like, I know what it's like to win, and I know what it's like to get robbed. Some of you are going to go home tonight and you're going to feel that way. Some of you are going to get robbed. And he was like, and some of you don't belong here. Which I like Jay-Z. I was like, that's very funny. Hey. All right, next quote. Sorry, when I get nervous, I tell the truth.
I guess real. I don't know why you would make that up.
It is real. It's also by Jay-Z. That's what he said directly following.
After that, one of your cars is not here. Have fun.
Yeah, there you go. Ready for this next one. I'd like to thank God, my family, and the Kansas City Chiefs.
I'm going to go, you made it up, pretending to be Taylor Swift or something.
That's exactly what I did, Zach. That's exactly what I did. I made it up, pretending to be Taylor Swift. I would say it gets tough from here. Are you ready? You feel like you're in it now?
I am. Am I in sync with you? There's a weird glitch. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, cool. Continue.
All right, ready to go. I don't think I forgot anyone, but I may have forgotten to wear underwear.
I'm going to go with it's real. That's lame.
It is real. It's Miley Cyrus.
Okay. I mean, it's on brand. I was worried that was a Trevor Noah joke. Like, okay, nice. Good one.
No, it's a real one. It's a real one. Yeah, it's Miley. She kind of does that. So on brand for her. Let's do I'm not an attractive crier.
Real?
It is real, Zach. You're on a bit of a roll.
Who was it?
SZA.
I have no idea who SZA is. And I never want to. I don't.
Oh, you'd like SZA. You'd like SZA. Good R&B. You'd like SZA.
Okay, I kind of like the mystery of like this person is everywhere and I don't know of their existence. It somehow escaped me.
That's fair. That's very fair. I feel like SZA is always more popular than I think they are. A little bit like Chelsea Cutler.
Like there was some like video I watched where people were like naming their favorite, or no, it was their like top Spotify rap thing. There was like 5 people and SZA was their top one. I'm like, who the fuck is this person?
Yeah, true. Okay, here's to you, Jimmy Buffett. We'll see you in Margaritaville.
I mean, I hope someone said it. I'm gonna go with it's fake, but
oh man, I thought I had you. I made it up. They did a whole tribute thing, and I was waiting for a Margaritaville reference.
Really?
They were too scared.
They did do like a tribute though.
Yes, yep. They had a tribute for everyone who's passed away, and they had a tribute of Jimmy singing.
Okay. I was hoping they'd have like a children's choir sing Cheeseburger in Paradise
Well,
or something.
they had, I feel like all the other major artists who passed away, they had someone do a tribute song, and they notably didn't do one for Jimmy. I think it's because they were like, they couldn't like find the right town. It was like Sinead O'Connor and Tina Turner and like all these artists with like these big moving things, and I was waiting for them to be like Cheeseburger. And like I was like, what are you gonna do for Jimmy?
It would have been good. I don't know.
It would have been good. When I was a little girl, I dreamed of being a race car driver, of driving around as fast as I could, but now I crossed a different kind of finish line.
Did Tracy Chapman say that? Or no?
Zach, I made it up.
Okay. That would be a weird thing to say, but like that's what you get when she hasn't been on stage in a decade or something.
No. But Zach, how about this one? There was a little boy who was struggling to catch a butterfly. He was whipping and waving his net, but after a long time, he finally gave up on catching that butterfly. It landed on the tip of his nose, though. Tonight, I'm that little boy. Is that real or fake?
I'm going to go with real, and I hope it wasn't said in earnest.
It was 100% said in earnest, Zach, by Miley Cyrus.
Oh. Still weird, but like
still weird. She's just like this whole thing, and she was the funniest part was Mariah Carey gave her this award, and she's like, "No, this is perfect, Mariah. You stay here." Like, and I kept waiting for this story to be very applicable to Mariah Carey, and then it was that.
Great. Like that's good. I like that.
It's a nice analogy. It's like, but it is like it's so funny because she was like, it was so heartfelt, and it'd be like someone if like. And there's on this beach, and this kid was throwing starfish back into the. Like, it's like some analogy we've all heard. Like I'm like, okay, yeah, I get it. It's nice. Yeah, that's nice. Okay.
Yeah. Put in your written statement afterwards. That's where that goes.
Yeah, true. Okay, how about? Damn, dude, I'm shocked out of my balls.
Shocked out of my balls. I think that was Taylor Swift who said that one.
It's Billie Eilish. Billie Eilish was shocked out of her balls to win.
Nice. That's good.
All right,
Glad
Zach.
to hear it.
And lastly, a doozy for you. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm from a farming community in Northeast Louisiana, a little town of 200 people. I'm a fifth-generation farmer's daughter, and I would consider myself a farmer. And everyone I surround myself with, I think they're farmers too. But they're story farmers. It's about getting up every single day and planting those seeds and watering them and watching them grow. And sometimes when you find the right farming community, you can have the harvest of a lifetime. And I truly believe that that's exactly what this is tonight. This is my harvest.
I thought you were going to just quote International Harvester for a second. I guess that's real. If you made that up, I have more questions, but I'm going real.
That's not, it's real. It's by Lainey Wilson, a country singer who won. She said that yesterday. That was the hardest I laughed all night.
Good.
Couple things. Claire couldn't stop laughing at this is the harvest of a lifetime, which was funny. I couldn't stop laughing at, and maybe it's because it's too real to my real life situation, but I couldn't stop laughing at, I'm the daughter of a fifth generation farmer. I consider myself a farmer, and all my friends are farmers. I was like, that's not how that works. That's not how that works at all. And it's a little insulting. Like I was like texting my dad, and I'm like, what if I just called everyone around us farmers? He's a farmer. She's a farmer.
Yeah. You be farmers. Yeah, for sure.
It's like they say, we are farmers. But that one just kept going. It was so funny though live. It was just like, was she losing her mind? They're story farmers. They're planting seeds. I love a metaphor. The gross legs though. I was like, yeah, let it run. Let it go. It was a full on Chuck Pagano. I was like, let's do it.
Like, I mean, for sure that was written out. Like if that was just like impromptu, fine. Like weird, got to know when to stop. have some awareness. But she probably wrote that and like settled on that. That was the edited version. She's like, I got it. This is it. If I win, this is going to tear the house down. It's going to go viral. Everyone's going to cheer, standing O, probably at the farmer's line. They're going to love it. It's weird.
And let me just say, it's okay to not be a farmer. I feel like there was some ingrown guilt there of like, I'm a farmer too. I kept the dream. No, you're not. It's okay.
No.
Not everyone's going to be farmers, but it's
actually an issue. Yeah. Most people aren't. That's kind of the problem. Could use more.
I had a student this week. Yeah, that's true. I had a student this week asked me how people get into farming. I was like, I don't think they do. I was like, they certainly don't get into it. I think it's like the kind of thing I was like, it's like a hernia. You either have it or you don't.
I mean, some people kind of got into farming during COVID because they're like, I don't want to go to a grocery store anymore and I need a new hobby. That's about it.
If you count that, but if you've never had your shoulder in a cow, you're not a farmer.
Bingo. If you never pulled a fucking twisted cow out of a uterus, I don't know. You don't even talk to me.
If you've never held life and death in your hands like Pete Osmond has, you're not a farmer, dude. If you've never been in the shit out there,
literally,
100%. Yep. What else did we do? Zach had it rough. He was allergic to cows.
That was a hurdle for sure. Yeah, hindsight, maybe I shouldn't have been out there. Maybe family should have listened to young Zach, but that's fine. The funny twist was cows allergic to me for the most part. So
that's true. It was like something. I think the only thing like that ever happened to me was I almost killed that one cow, knocked the wind out of it.
You did, yeah, elbow drop. It was powerful.
Yeah, your mom least faith she's ever had in me. And Janet was 100% sure that was a dead cow.
I mean, I think that's a top 5 moment in her life, to be honest. That was a good pop out of her.
That was a good pop. Well, because, kid Jake was a big kid. And everyone was just like, whoa. And that cow took it full. Murderer!
Yeah, that definitely was sobbing. Yeah.
Everyone was sad. And then in the most farmer moment ever, then the cow got up and ran away. And that was also my fault.
Yeah, you got to go get it. What are you doing? Hang on to the halter, Jake.
That was the problem. I held on to the halter.
That's right. Yeah, slipped off.
But no. Zach, and that is what I have for the Grammys.
Wow, what a show. Is there more award shows coming up? I don't understand the awards schedule.
Oscars haven't happened yet.
Okay. I know NFL Honors is coming up. That has to be this week, right?
Our award show's coming up.
Is it?
Like we are nominated for an award, Zach. You told the people last week you'd have an update for them.
I did say that. I think I said the week prior on Lombardi Sweep I would have an update days before that. To be honest, and this has been a point of contention between this show and the I Don't Think So podcast in the past. I don't understand calendars very well. I don't remember what it was about before, but I'm bad with dates. And I apologize. That's on me. I don't know. When we are, to be honest, we're probably not going to win now. I think this is probably the reason that we are going to have to rally the troops for next year. Okay, people.
Yeah. You know what, Zach? As long as we're here, we're talking about our family. I'm going to take a detour now and tell family story, funny update, and then we'll dive firmly into the world of sports.
Love it. We'll finish it with our Super Bowl predictions as this live stream is called. But family update.
I didn't realize it was called Super Bowl predictions. I love that. Family update. So every year we try and do something fun with the local fair. This year we full on sportsified it. We bracketed it out. So we're all facing a family member in a baking competition. So for example, pull a name out of a hat. I got to go against Aunt Lori. Kind of a juggernaut, I would say.
It's a 1 versus 8 matchup for sure.
For sure in fruit bars. Last year I made a brownie the size of a cake. It was a bad time. I got DQ'd. And I went right into the Lions den. So I've got to work that out. Zach, not too pleased with your matchup.
I'm not, or you're not?
You're not.
It's a classic lose-lose situation for me. So everyone knows our Aunt Marie To some extent, I could only imagine.
Yeah, everyone
So
has an
it's one of,
memory.
yeah, exactly. It's one of those situations where I should win, but if I do win, everyone's like, "Wow, bravo!" You put up 100 on the School for the Blind. But if you lose, then I could not show my face ever again.
I couldn't be more excited for a matchup. So we have all of these around. What's your category? Muffins?
Muffins. Yep, the category I won last year. Again,
It's so
added
good.
pressure. Yeah.
There's storylines here for sure. So we've got a lot of good things happening. I think the funniest discovery this weekend is we've unknowingly, Zach, built a powder keg of a matchup.
Okay. Which one?
First off, Grandma Norma is facing beloved host of the I Don't Think So podcast, Emily Osmond.
Right.
A lot of things there already happening. One, Grandma Norma's already shit talking, which is hilarious because I think she's going to do none of the baking.
Absolutely, yeah.
So that's great. A lot of pressure for Em because Grandma is an award-winning baker if she bakes. Like, it's also no win for Emily because if Grandma wins, it'll be like, got ya. But if she loses, she'll blame our dad.
Yeah.
So that already is upsetting. Emily now, for reasons I won't disclose here, has a little bit more time on her hands. So she's really getting into this competition.
Great.
And out of all of it, Emily goes this weekend, and this hit me like a ton of trucks. We fucked her. Do you know why?
Why is that?
Do you know what her category is?
No.
Do you know how hard it is? I couldn't read until she said it. I was like, I didn't think of that at all. Do you know how hard it is to think of a recipe to turn in for any other bar?
I mean, yeah, they're pretty descriptive with the other categories, I guess, huh?
Yes. Every category, there's a non-bake, there's layer bar, there's a vegetable bar, there's pie, there's bread. Like, we're pretty set, and Emily's going through them, and every recipe she can think of is in a different category.
What about Rice Krispie bars?
There's a non-bake category.
Okay. Let me dive into it because I'll figure it out. Because Lindsay has a similar situation where hers is fancy cookies, and then in parentheses it says spritz. So it's like, is there any other one? Is there any other kind of cookie that's not fancy? How fancy do we got to get?
The real curveball here is Emily goes, Grandma, what are you going to do? And she goes, I'm not telling you.
Bingo. There we go. Yeah, that's good. So that's very good.
So that's a real like barn burner for Emily because she was just like, what the hell? How am I supposed to come up with something that isn't like, she's like, no one's ever gone to the fair and been like, I'm going to turn it in any other.
I believe I mean, that was my idea category for sure. So I apologize.
And I thought it was like, that'll be fun because there's no limits, but that's not how that category works. You can't turn in something that's represented somewhere else.
There's got to be something. If you mix a fruit and a vegetable, can you just be like, I didn't know which one it should go in, so we're going to put it in this one.
But it better be only one fucking layer, Zach.
That's sure. You can't have too many layers. What if it's like one of those gray areas where it's like, is it a fruit? Is it a vegetable? Like zucchini bars? Are those a fruit or those a vegetable?
I asked her, what if she did what I did last year and she just turned into brownie, but a fucking huge one?
Huge one, yeah. Maybe that's the way we got to do it.
Yeah. Like, can you just judge it there? So I don't know, but I love the idea of like any of these competition shows, someone turning up and be like, you have to do the random category.
She could take this is an off-air conversation, I suppose, but she could use my idea from my muffin from last year, where it's essentially a cocktail in a baked good.
I think she should turn in a cocktail.
That's fine. That's better than a bar. I get one of those at a bar. That's great.
My solution was turn in a no-bake bar with like put it in the oven for a minute, then let it cool.
Gray area, yeah. It's not baked; it's microwaved. That's fine. It's a no-bake.
Turn on the oven to 50 degrees for 30 seconds, then turn it off. Put in the fridge for an hour. Like I think there's ways around, but yeah, it was just we've unknowingly immediately built a flaw into the game we made.
Do we think Grandma has a plan? At this
No,
point,
Dad said she doesn't have one. Dad says she doesn't have a plan. But what she thinks is she's like, well, I feel like I remember a recipe that would work.
perfect. And then she's gonna have to describe it to your dad, and your dad's gonna have to decipher it.
It's
Sift
real
through the
life
weeds
chopped,
here.
baby. It's real life chopped, except grandma just won't stand up. That's the
Yeah,
game. And can't hear very well. So the back and forth is also good.
yeah. It's a game of telephone in a way. It'll be
Yeah,
great. That'll be good.
absolutely. And that absolutely killed our chat. I assume they're all sitting silently at home, just really soaking it in. But to get the people back.
Yes. Let's talk about the Super Bowl matchup. Let's give our Super Bowl predictions every single year, Jake. We go through the Super Bowl props. 2 years ago, we famously gave our predictions, and then we didn't have a show after the Super Bowl. Great bit by us. Unintentional. I'm not sure why we did that. Last year, we give our props, we give our predictions. There's going to be an article on Flurry Sports along with a bunch of other Super Bowl articles, but our Super Bowl predictions that we talk about here will also be featured there. And Jake, we do have a special guest that I didn't tell you about for our Super Bowl predictions. ChatGPT is back. And ChatGPT is going to give their full Super Bowl prediction. I've given ChatGPT the information needed. They do not know of Brock Purdy's existence. So I substituted a name. I said last pick in the draft, and they gave him his own name. I think it was like something Sparks Thompson, but I'll substitute it for Brock Purdy. But we will have the full predictions from ChatGPT, including the stats of the players, if you would like to plug it in for your Super Bowl bets. We got all of that, but us first will be giving our own predictions. And if you want to have a Super Bowl prop sheet that you have a contest at your Super Bowl party, stuff like that, you can go to Flurry Sports and print it off there. By the way, super handy. I've seen people decide their fantasy football league order based on stuff like this. You can have, everyone chip in a couple bucks and you get paid out, whatever you want to do. But let's start with this, Jake. How long do you think the national anthem is going to be? The betting line is 86.5 seconds, which notably is like 40 seconds faster than last year. Martina McBride is doing it. No, Reba McEntire is doing it. I mix the two up for some reason every time. And she's done the national anthem before, and she fucking cruises. She gives zero fucks. She doesn't care about the anthem. So she is going to be cruising through it the entire time. And that is why the betting line is so low. But I'm going to go with over. I think she's going to be a smidge over. Minute and a half.
I hate this category because you know who's singing it knows the line.
Yes. For sure.
So knowing Reba, I think she will try and play it fair. And for that reason, I think she's going to go under. I think she won't try to hold out the notes because she doesn't want to cost anybody. So she's just going to do it normal and fast. And maybe we'll be a clip faster than usual.
Fair enough. Okay, so the coin toss. Heads or tails. I don't remember the exact thing. There's an article on Flurry Sports. You can go look up the stats specifically. I believe every time it's been tails and the Chiefs have been in the Super Bowl, they've won. And every time it's been heads, they've lost, for whatever that's worth. Not necessarily they win the toss or lose the toss. Just when it's tails, they don't fail. And I think it's going to be tails again. It's been tails a lot recently. And people are thinking, it's going to reset itself. Not this year. Give me tails.
What does every player in the NFL have in common? They've got a head. I'm going heads. They're due. Gambler's fallacy. Bring it in. It's got to be right sometime. Gambler's fallacy has to be a gambler's fallacy.
Yes.
So
sure.
I'm in on. By the way, great question from the chat, and you all listening could join the chat as well. Luke Reimer, you think Reba is betting this line? No, but do I think
Never know.
Reba McEntire is betting this line? Yes.
Bingo.
Reba dressed as Colonel Sanders.
Yes. For sure. Big bet. We will not be going through all of the picks on the prop sheet, so definitely go check it out on Flurry Sports. But the next one we'll do, which team do you think is going to score first? I'm going to go with the Niners, get out to an early lead in this game. They always do it.
Yeah, they do.
Not recently, I guess.
Yeah, I was just gonna say I'm gonna bet that we get similar to what the last few games have been. So I'm gonna get Chiefs first.
By the way, side note, have you seen the latest news out of 49ers camp essentially this week?
No.
They are so desperate to be underdogs in this matchup. And for what, because, everyone has made the Chiefs underdogs. The 49ers need something to get mad about. So now they're bitching about their practice facility and how they don't want to practice there because the surface isn't nice, but it's fine. It's the UNLV, practice facility. It's fine.
Yeah.
But now, so they're trying to get an enemy. They're trying to, stack those chips. And I think it's bullshit. Okay. Do you
tell
think
them, dude.
It's just stupid? Like, you're not underdogs. Stop trying to be underdogs. Fuck off. Kyle Shanahan's so stupid. Do you think Ludacris is going to be on stage with Usher? I'm going, yeah. He has to.
Yes, I will go, yeah. I also think sneaky, like after the last hip hop performance, like let's try and get as many hip hop stars on stage as possible. We also had no co-stars last year, so maybe we'll swing back. I don't think Rihanna had anybody with her.
Yeah, you're right. I don't think so. Here's one. Do you think the cameras are going to show Taylor Swift during the halftime performance? I think they can't. I feel like that's so disrespectful, but I don't know. I'm saying no, though.
I will say only because I've now seen her. I almost said had to see her. No. I love to watch. Had to see her in a couple award shows. She does kind of get into it. Like anytime there's a performance, she's singing and dancing.
Okay. Okay. So you think she'll be like in support of Usher?
Yes, that's like what she does during other performances. Like she's getting with it, and they put her on screen. So and by the way, if she's just like getting down, I hope they put her on screen. That's kind of fun. I hope it's her and
the
Mr.
lights are going to be off though, right? How are they going to do it? Unless they like bring her down to one of those suites on the sideline.
I hope it's her and Jason walking through the crowd like a fucking lost polar bear.
True. I don't have it on the prop sheet, but there is a betting line. When they show Taylor Swift, right? They're going to do it for the first time. Where will Brittany Mahomes be? Will she be behind her, to the side of her, or in front of her? That's a betting line.
I think that's good. I'd like a betting line on which Kelsey is closest to her.
People are thinking her parents are going to be there next to her. I don't know.
I could see. Do we think? I could see Kylie.
Okay, I'm going Papa Kelsey.
They've been next to each other, and every time, by the way, John her ear off.
Of course, and it's not. I cannot wait for the day Papa Kelsey finds out who Taylor Swift is. I think he's going to be very excited.
Like, by the way, the number one reason I'm rooting for this relationship is that Papa Kelsey's like, Travis found a nice lady. Everyone's happy for him. Like he doesn't understand.
No, he has no idea.
And he loves our song. It's the only one of hers that he knows.
Yeah, for sure. Who will have more receiving yards in the game? Brandon Ayuk or Travis Kelsey? I gotta go with Kelsey.
Same. I think he'll be a big part of the plan. I also think he's a bad matchup for the Niners.
Bad matchup for everybody is Travis Kelsey. Will Gronk hit the kick of destiny? He missed it last year. Wide left, I believe. He's going for redemption. I feel like he's had to practice this time. If he misses twice in a row, it's very funny. But I'm going to go he makes it. He has to.
I'm going to say it's even more Brock to say he's going to practice and then forget until the day of. So I'm going to say he misses it wide right. Okay, Gronk takes a whole year to correct himself.
Third year, baby. Wide left, wide right. We got it right down the middle next year. Um, this is always a fun one for me, and I always bet the over, so I'm going to do it again. But over under 2.5 players attempt to pass. I'm going over.
Well, and it's even more fun with these two teams.
Right.
I feel like if you take that bet, you take the over. I'm not going to be the fun killer there.
Bingo. Like, you're not like, oh, I hope Travis Kelce doesn't throw a pass.
I hope only
like,
one guy throws it.
That would be a more fun one. Yeah, that'd be great. Okay, so Super Bowl winner. I got to go with Kansas City. I have to. I don't know. I've been psyching myself out all week because like the Chiefs are underdogs. Everyone's betting the Chiefs because everyone's like, of course they're going to win. Why do they keep saying they're underdogs? But like maybe that's what the sports books want us to do, and then the 49ers are going to win. I don't know, but I'm going to go with the Chiefs. They're better. They're the better team. They just are.
I'm going to go. I'm surprised. I thought we were going to agree. I'm going to go 49ers. I think we get the same story we got the last 2 weeks where the Chiefs take a lead and the 49ers make a good halftime adjustment. And I think, and I can't believe I'm saying this, I think the Chiefs have been overplaying. Like, they're very good, but like, what's the storyline? Suddenly they start dropping passes. Like, they haven't at all. Like, it's been crazy. And so, like, a couple big drops, I feel like could be in store. I also think the 49ers have been underplaying. So, I don't know.
Yeah.
I kind of go into that logic sometimes with the Super Bowl. I also think storyline wise, it's too easy. I think we get a rematch.
That's fair. 49ers have for sure been underplaying. They've also just gotten out to slow starts, and we've talked about it a million times. It's just they can't really play from behind very well, even though they've had comebacks now against two okay teams.
Or do we give Travis and Taylor their Super Bowl now, and then next year we do Kelce Bowl?
This has kind of been the postseason of Kyle Shanahan reversing all of his trends. That's also one of the things psyching me out because the whole thing was like, oh, he's 0-38 when he goes into the fourth quarter down by 6 points or something. And then 2 weeks in a row, he does it. And it's stupid. So now it's like, oh, will the Kyle Shanahan we've seen in every fucking Super Bowl show up again? Or will he actually not overthink this time?
Yeah. By the way, Luke mentions a Super Bowl MVP bet. I mean, you have to bet. Yeah. It's either you bet Purdy if you think the 49ers are going to win because he could throw 5 picks, and if they win, he'll be MVP because he's Mr. Irrelevant.
I think so, but there's still a chance McCaffrey gets it. I think.
If he literally scores that many times, I mean, go for it. It'll be him. On the Chiefs side, if Travis gets 2, it'll be Travis.
I agree. Last year, Mahomes got it. I don't think he passed for 200 yards, and he got it. Like, he can't have a performance like that again and get it.
No. Otherwise, some random-ass corner. It's always, like, my favorite fringe bet.
Let's get Leo Chenal a Super Bowl MVP.
Yeah. Yes. Whoever – there's always a James Harrison out there. There's always a James Harrison.
That would be great. I would love that. Yeah. I don't know. We'll talk about a little bit more after this. So Super Bowl MVP winner. What I have on the prop sheet is Purdy, Mahomes, or other. So I'm going to go with Mahomes still, and I might change that throughout the week. I'm certainly going to bet on more than Mahomes, but who do you think out of those 3 choices?
Out of those 3 choices, I go other because I really like McCaffrey or Travis as front runners.
Yeah.
And I also think like a sneaky Debo.
For sure. Yeah. I mean, 100%. People are talking about how it's so overwhelmingly the 2 quarterbacks and there's no chance for anybody else. And to your point, I've been thinking about this all week too. Like, I think more than ever, there's momentum behind the top 2 white guys on the team, which is great.
I agree.
It's good for us.
I will say
and this Black History Month, it's great.
It's true. For the Niners, I do think like first time quarterback always gets it. But for the Chiefs, Mahomes has got 2, and that's the recipe for him not to get one. So I think that's wide open.
I couldn't hate that Kadarius Toney bet, Luke, anymore. I think there's a decent chance he isn't active for the game. I love a Jerick McKinnon touchdown bet. I really like that.
I like a Chris Jones bet more than a Kadarius Toney bet.
Dude, he's a loser. And the fact that he's trashing the Chiefs now, like on the Super Bowl run, shut your mouth. Like he does everything wrong all the time. Just shut your mouth and grow some hair on your face, please. You look weird.
By the way, that was all about Luke Reimer. He's a loser. Shave your hair.
No, Kadarius Toney's done. He needs to knock it off. He's Antonio Brown without the talent. It's weird. Do it, Luke. Do it. Do it.
Make that bet. But I like that bet. Any other random bets you're taking?
Color of the Gatorade shower, Jake. Which one? So 3 out of the past 5 years, it's been blue. The 2 years that has not been blue have been Chiefs wins. They went orange a few years ago. They went purple last year. For whatever reason, I just feel like they're going back to orange. I feel like they're going to do the whole thing like a few years ago. We had some proof. People doubted us, and people are doubting us again. And let's go back to our roots and let's drink some fucking orange Gatorade. That's what I think they're going to do.
This is the one where they fuck with the bets the most. I think they've got 5 tubs ready to go, whoever wins. I think, and for that reason, I think it's purple.
Again, back-to-back perp. Okay. I think that's for whatever reason, that's the odds favorite. And I remember last year, I think you said purple last year too. Last year, I think purple was the least favorite. And they ended up doing it. Oh, K-State.
Go Cats, baby.
Represent. Can't believe you're not doing blue for stout. Poser. And pride.
You know what one of our alternate colors is?
What's that?
Purple.
You have an alternate? Purple's the alternate color for stout?
Dude, we've got 10 fucking alternates. It's crazy. I mean, purple, burnt orange.
Really?
Yeah, if you go to the stout website, all of our alternates, we never use them. It's blue and white, but I mean, we've got alternates listed because my name tag's got different colors on them. I'm like, what is this? And it's like our alternates. I'm like, no, it's not.
That's every color possible.
Yeah, I grew up right over there.
Interesting. Speaking of
purple's best Gatorade flavor, by the way. Get the fuck out of here. No way.
Maybe the light purple, not great.
No, unless it's a
light
Tron grape.
The syrupy. If you gotta use a spoon to drink it, then it's pretty good. Pretty good. Did you see the article about Travis Kelce in? I think is either the New York Times or Wall Street Journal. I think today or yesterday.
No.
They're saying, I'm not making this up. Happy Black History Month. They're saying he invented the fade, like the haircut.
No, they're
fade.
Not. I'm looking it up.
Yes. It's like the title is something like "I'll have the Travis Kelce hairdo." That is, and it's just a fucking fade. Like, what are we doing? It is the oldest white guy of all time had to have written the article. It's this thing of all time. And
I do love when this happens in news. Now newspapers are making news. The New York Post, New York Times blasted for claiming Travis Kelce invented fade haircut.
Bingo. Like, what are we doing, though? Like, what's going on?
That's bad. I can't find the original article, just articles upon articles of saying, did you see this shit article?
It's bad. Maybe if you did see that, maybe you did see this. How much of the NHL All-Star Game did you watch, Jake?
The NHL All-Star Game?
Yep. Weekend.
None of it.
You didn't see Michael Bublé's press conference then?
No.
Jake. This is the greatest thing the NHL has ever done. Not joking. It's the greatest marketing they've ever done. Not joking. And they're trying to suppress it. They made him apologize. They made him backtrack everything. I implore everyone to go look up just probably Michael Bublé NHL if you want no spoilers. If you do want spoilers, keep listening. So turn it off if you don't want to hear what he actually said. So Michael Bublé gets to the podium, Jake, and he says his friend gave him a microdose of mushrooms, but his friend was lying, and it was not a microdose of mushrooms. So Bublé said he was on the ice out there, tripping fucking balls, thinking it was Blades of Glory. And then he finally came down a little bit, he said, and then you realized, oh, fuck, I'm at the NHL All-Star game. However, I don't know how much he really came down, because at that podium, he was tripping bad. His pupils were huge. He was talking about his fantasy hockey team, how he's like the greatest hockey fan of all time, how he took too much mushrooms. He talked about some guy's supple hands or something like that. It was the greatest thing of all time. And then they made Bublé come out afterwards and just be like, it was a joke. It was not a joke. There's no shot. It was a joke. It was the greatest hockey moment of all time. And we need to celebrate it. It could have been the best thing for them. But no, hockey had to hockey.
NHL, have some fucking fun.
No kidding. Like, it doesn't all have to be about hockey. It can be about fun. It could be about celebrating.
They're still mad. The only other time they were like, look, a hockey fan, it was Kevin Spacey. So, like,
Sure.
they haven't recovered, you know? So, I get it, but, like, let's embrace Bublé.
Yeah. It's a Canadian who likes the sport. Celebrate it.
Canadian who likes the sport, who I still don't know how he's famous, but, like, not undermining his talent, but like, how did he, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like a jazz guy became famous. It's like how I don't know why Yo-Yo Ma's famous.
However, like, I think you and I both are both big Michael Bublé fans, so we probably listen to. Okay, same. So I listen to his music all the time. I think 99% of people are like, oh, that's the Christmas album guy. So I think most people just know him as like having the best Christmas album of all time. Like, he is equivalent, and this is disgusting to say, he's equivalent to Pentatonics, I think, for a lot of people.
But at least they're, you know, they're a, what the fuck is it called? Acapella. I kept wanting to say alpaca. They're an alpaca band.
yeah, for sure. 100%.
By the way, make that fucking ChatGPT right now. Can you give me an image of Pentatonics, the alpaca band?
Could do that. Forgot we had ChatGPT here waiting in the waiting room here. We'll get to their predictions in a second. But
yeah,
continue.
But no, it's just like funny to me anytime it's like, I love Michael Bublé and I think he's a Christmas album guy, but it's just like,
he's not though.
No, I don't think he is, but it's just weird to like be famous at that. It's like how we all know only like one. Like, it's like, how did Rob Dyrdek get famous?
Yeah, that's he kind of is that, isn't he? God, he kind of is that. He's also kind of, I mean, in that same vein, kind of Daniel Tosh. Like, the people who like Tosh are like, did you know Tosh did stand up? Actually, he's really funny, but most people are like, oh, he has that internet show.
100%, but at least he's somewhat a comedian. I guess that's the same as Bublé. Like, he's a singer, but it's just like his music's never on the radio. Like, I don't get it.
Except for the one song, Haven't Met You Yet, but then he met his wife, so that could put the end to that.
That's true. So maybe he's just like a one-hit wonder. I don't know, but yeah, I sleep good tonight thinking that Michael Bublé is the Dyrdek of classical music.
One-hit wonder?
No.
He's kind of the worst version of it. He's a one-hit wonder and a cover band.
I think that kind of sucks.
I love him. This is bad news.
Feeling Good is a hit. It's a cover, but it's a hit.
He has a lot of unbelievable songs.
But I think that's on the radio. He had another hit on the radio.
Did he?
I'm on it, but otherwise, if he opened up our Super Bowl show, that'd be kind of good.
For sure. Yeah, I don't know.
All right, give us ChatGPT. I'll look at Michael Bublé. That's what we'll end on.
Okay, great. So I gave ChatGPT a very long prompt that I will not read, essentially just setting up, this is what is going on. Give me your predictions. I said to give me essentially a script of what the game is going to be. ChatGPT is relevant up to like 2021, so I had to do a little bit of work there. But here we go. So, opening coin toss. They have the Chiefs winning the coin toss with it being, what was it? I had to do it back here. Heads. So the ChatGPT thinks it's going to be heads and that the Chiefs will win. The Chiefs are going to defer to the second half. 49ers get the opening coin toss, okay? Now, back up here. Okay, so the first drive, 49ers drive down the field, showcasing a mix of Purdy's accurate passes and Christian McCaffrey's elusive runs. Drive culminates in a touchdown pass to Deebo Samuel. So Niners up 7-0. If you want to bet that, there you go. Chiefs respond with a strong drive of their own, featuring Mahomes passing and Isaiah Pacheco's powerful runs. The drive ends with a Rashee Rice touchdown, 7-7. Okay, I like it. Both teams exchanged blows in the second quarter, trading field goals, touchdowns. Going into halftime, it's going to be 49ers leading 17-14. They put specifically Purdy is going to showcase his poise under pressure. So expect a lot of pressure. Purdy's going to stand strong.
Written by Colin Cowherd.
Right. You're right. Now we got the halftime show. I had them ChatGPT create Usher's set list. So there's a lot of props that you can make for this. And this is what Usher's going to sing in order. He's going to start with Yeah. I think that's a bold one, but he's going to go Yeah, OMG, DJ Got Us Falling in Love, My Way, Burn, You Remind Me, Scream. And then I guess he's going to end with Confessions Part 2.
Ooh.
Okay. I never know. The stadium erupts into cheers, by the way. That's what they say.
It's good.
Third quarter. Chiefs get the ball first, obviously. Isaiah Pacheco running the ball really well again. It's going to end with Mahomes throwing a touchdown to Travis Kelce. Love it. So they respond. Chiefs are up 21-17. 49ers have a methodical drive, dink and dunking, relying on McCaffrey and Purdy. And then it's going to be a Brandon Ayuk touchdown catch, 24-21. High scoring game here. Fourth quarter now. Teams going back and forth again. Final 2 minutes, Chiefs are going to be down by 2 points, 31-29. Okay, close game, high scoring game. It all comes down to this. And in one final drive, Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs have the ball.
Ooh.
It was always going to come down to this one final drive, obviously. Mahomes engineers a game-winning drive, throwing it to Rashee Rice for the game-winning touchdown.
Ooh.
Last second touchdown. Chiefs win 36-31 over the 49ers. Bet the exact score. Guaranteed to happen. We got the final stat lines as well. We got for the 49ers, Brock Purdy's going to go 25 of 35, 315 yards, 3 touchdowns. Christian McCaffrey, 22 carries, 105 yards and a touchdown, 5 receptions for 50 yards. Deebo Samuel, 8 catches, 120 in a touchdown.
That's a lot of receptions for Deebo.
It is. Hey, it's good, that dink and dunk drive. George Kittle, 6 catches, 80 yards and a touchdown. And then for the Chiefs, we got Mahomes going 30 for 42, 380 yards and 4 touchdowns. MVP. We got Isaiah Pacheco, 18 carries, 95 yards and a touchdown. Travis Kelce, 9 catches, 120 and a touchdown. Rashee Rice, 7 catches, 90 yards and 2 touchdowns. And then for the Gatorade shower, it is orange.
Wow.
Andy Reid. Bet all of I'm actually going to put some of those bets in just in case. Never know.
That's true.
You never know what's going to happen.
We're told. I know.
So, again, bet the over. Bet the Chiefs to win and cover. We got Mahomes MVP. We got Gatorade color orange. We got the coin toss being heads. and the Chiefs winning. And we got first drive being a touchdown to Deebo Samuel. A lot of money to be made thanks to ChatGPT.
Yeah, I like it. I really like. I would use ChatGPT to pick like the Gatorade shit.
Honestly, yeah.
You must know something. I don't know. So I kind of like that. I don't know if I don't know if it's going to come down the last drive. Okay. I feel like we've had a lot of really competitive Super Bowls in a row. It's been a while since Seahawks Broncos.
Yeah. That was something. That was a blowout. Maybe, I don't know. These teams don't really play.
No,
these teams are close.
Two good teams. Yeah, it's like which one of these gets blown out. I don't know. So,
like these teams notoriously are like they keep their opponents pretty close.
Correct. So this wouldn't seem to be the game where that happened. So, you can take the over or the under.
Let me see what the actual over under is. It's 47.5 points. So ChatGPT expects the over to crush. I kind of lean the under, to be honest.
I would go the over only because I think the Chiefs could win. I know I picked the 49ers, but I think the Chiefs could win. The 49ers don't score less than 4 touchdowns. So for that reason, I'm going to go over. But
that's fair. That's fair. But I mean, both of these teams want to run the ball. It's just a question is if they're able to.
Yeah. But tell you what, Zach, what isn't a question? Michael Bublé, how did he get famous? I looked it up. First off, you'll be happy to know he does have other hits that aren't Christmas songs.
Okay.
Home was a top 50 hit. And that's so was It's a Beautiful Day.
Yes, that was the other one that was played around the same time.
Correct.
As Haven't Met You
All
Yet.
the same album. So makes sense. Right. But how did he get famous? This is the most he is Rob Dyrdek. This is his big black moment. He got famous because he was hired by the Prime Minister of Canada to sing for his daughter's birthday. And everyone was like, who's this handsome guy who sounds so good? And he became internet famous, and then he dropped an album that people liked. But I was like, there's no way we just listen to that type of music. So that makes so much sense.
I guess I have to issue an apology. So in this full circle moment, I apologize for earlier in the show saying there's no prime minister. It does not exist.
Different country.
It's not the same?
Canada. Got him.